Broken Radio.
Explaining my depression to my mother, a conversation. Mom, my depression is a shapeshifter. One day it is as small as a firefly in the palm of a bear. The next, it's the bear. On those days, I play dead until the bear leaves me alone. I call the bad days the dark days. Mom says try lighting candles. When I see a candle, I see the flesh of a church. The flicker of a flame, sparks of a memory younger than noon. I am standing beside her open casket. It is the moment I learn every person I ever come to know will someday die. Besides, Mom, I'm not afraid of the dark. Perhaps that's part of the problem. Mom says I thought the problem was that you can't get out of bed. I can't. Anxiety holds me a hostage inside of my house, inside of my head. Mom says, where did anxiety come from? Anxiety is the cousin visiting from out of town depression felt obligated to bring to the party. Mom, I am the party. Only I am a party I don't want to be at. Mom says, why don't you try going to actual parties? See your friends. Sure, I make plans, but I don't want to go. I make plans because I know I should want to go. I know sometimes I would have wanted to go. It's just not that much fun having fun when you don't want to have fun, Mom. You see, Mom, each night, insomnia sweeps me up in his arms, dips me in the kitchen in the small glow of the stove light. Insomnia has this romantic way of making the moon feel like perfect company. Mom says, try counting sheep. But my mind can only count reasons to stay awake, so I go for walks. But my stuttering kneecaps clank like silver spoons held in strong arms with loose wrists. They ring in my ears like clumsy church bells, reminding me I am sleepwalking on an ocean of happiness I cannot baptize myself in. Mom says happy is a decision, but my happy is as hollow as a pin-pricked egg. My happy is a high fever that will break. Mom says I am so good at making something out of nothing and then flat out asks me if I am afraid of dying. No, I am afraid of living. Mom, I am lonely. I think I learned how when Dad left, how to turn the anger into lonely, the lonely into busy. So when I tell you I've been super busy lately, I mean I've been falling asleep watching SportsCenter on the couch to avoid confronting the empty side of my bed. But my depression always drags me back to my bed until my bones are the forgotten fossils of a skeleton sunken city. My mouth a boneyard of teeth broken from biting down on themselves. The hollow auditorium of my chest swoons with echoes of a heartbeat, but I am a careless tourist here. I will never truly know everywhere I have been. Mom still doesn't understand. Mom, can't you see that neither can I?
BRKN.
Please understand that this is the real thing, man. Whiskey trickle down the sway. Close my tab and hit your place. Stumble through the swivel gates. Tap your doorman on the way. Golden elevator ways. $3 while it elevates. 40 stories up in space. 40 stories up in space. But I'm fiending for your energy. Snap out it when I'm sober. You used to be my lovely. But them lovely days is over. Wet love. Hungover Sunday love. Come over, no stay love. Maybe someday, hey, love, great love. Come over, no stay love. Hungover Sunday love. Maybe someday, hey. Sliding through your marble floors. Risky business, judgment warped. Solace in your innermost, but it's all the same. Dang, ask me why I'm always high. Roll it before I answer why. You say that it's time to go. flying 40 stories down below, but I'm fiending for your energy. Snap out it when I'm sober. You used to be my lovely, but them lovely days is over. Red love, hungover Sunday love. Come over, no stay love. Maybe someday, hey, love, great love. Come over, no stay love. Hungover Sunday love. Maybe someday, hey, said the sun to get dim lit to wind hit. Quit the howling it blows. You're steady missing out on shit and you can't stand it. And on it goes, living life in the flashback, you backtrack. Miss the highs and the lows. Oh, check the weather when your head did damage. And it's all the same thing, replicated in your palace.
Broken Radio.
Yep, that's right. We back. We here.
Episode 3, baby.
Now we here now.
Aloha. How you doing, my friend?
Aloha. Hilarious. Funny guy.
Hello, buddy.
Hey, what's up, bro?
How you doing, buddy?
Hey, man. I'm here now.
My man.
You know, I'm good.
I'm happy. This is episode number 3, bro.
Number what?
A whole number 3, my G. This is good. This is good. We're on the right track. As much as today's episode is a bit late.
Yeah, understatement, but we're here now. We apologize.
Yes, we are broken.
And we're broken. So
You're just gonna repeat what I said?
no, I just wanted to emphasize. I don't repeat, bro. I don't repeat. I emphasize.
Oh, okay.
Think
All
about
right,
it.
my
So
friend.
I am KB, and we have Kahat. Kahat.
Oh. Okay, so basically what happened was I'm really tired. It is 10 o'clock on a Sunday. The episode was supposed to be out in the morning. It's been hectic this weekend. So yeah, I kind of been messing up KB's name all day. What did I call you earlier, bro?
Now you call me Kahat.
Oh no, it was
called me
Krabi. Some stuff like that, bro.
No,
I've just been tired. I'm sorry. You want a formal apology? Here it is, live on.
This is the first time, people. I'm happy.
Okay, all right. So you're saying I don't apologize?
I'm saying you need to tell them what broken is about.
You're right about the buses today, aren't you?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, wow. So what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to it. It's episode 3 of Broken Radio, BRKN. This is where you're at. We are an initiative dedicated to raising awareness of mental health through mediums of popular culture. That's what we're all about. So it's music, it's fashion, it's art, it's photography, it's film, you name it. We will be driving the conversation of mental health. In this show, we already started it off with a great poem by, what's the name, bro?
Sabrina Benaim.
Yeah, Sabrina Benaim. We caught it on the interwebs. So go check her out, follow her on social media, let her know that the Broken team really loves her work. And that basically brought us to today's topic, which is
Depression.
Depression. You have to say it in such a depressive way.
Yeah, because it's a big thing. So today we're gonna just be, touching it a little bit, just putting people on as to what it actually is, what does it entail, and also we have some surprises along the way with regards to the depression.
Yeah, we're doing things differently, man. We're doing things differently. We're trying to incorporate a whole lot of more content in the show. We're trying to, especially with this topic of depression, we thought it would be a great idea to actually get people suffering from depression to speak on the topic. Well, not really. We didn't get them to. We Yeah, man. I would have loved to have an interview with Chester Bennington. Yeah, you know, I would have loved to have an interview with him. Or Dwayne Johnson, for that matter.
He's still here, so that might still happen.
That might still happen, hopefully sometime in the future, you know, but yeah.
Speak it into existence, bro.
Yeah, definitely. But ladies and gentlemen, this is what it's all about. We are Broken Radio. You can follow us on social media at...
This is at Real Broken, so Real BRKN on Instagram, on Twitter, on SoundCloud, on everything, man.
On all the platforms, that's what's right. And if you want more information, you can always visit www.brkn.online, baby.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then the song we actually played you guys was Berhana, which is called Grayla.
Yes, definitely. We're all about putting you on new music. Like I said, we're going to push the conversation through popular mediums of popular culture. Music is one of those. And right now, woo, man, we've got a whole playlist lined up for you guys. I don't want to get into the music yet because I haven't asked you, how are you doing, my friend?
Oh yeah,
like
I'm
real
cool.
talk. Like, how you doing?
Real talk. I'm cool, man. You know, it's just been this week has been a little bit long, but I'm good, man. Like, you know, spirits are high. You know, just it's a bit of a slump, but spirits are high and all that other stuff. How are you, man?
Man, I'm alright, man. Cousin resting well, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, what do you say in these situations? I'm very awkward when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah, I'm awkward as well.
Okay.
So I don't know. I want to say it went well.
Yeah, man. I couldn't. You know what is happening. I couldn't be at the funeral. But I would have loved to support. But
we supported last week through our little tribute cost. So that was dope, but you know, everything went well.
All right.
You know, but yeah, some of the stuff we're going to be talking about today is a little bit like, I think our allergies might act up, you know, cat might cry. So
He says that because it's very close to home. Depression is my demon, although not really. It's a blessing and a curse, beautifully and hatefully so. But we'll talk about all of that stuff later on. Before we get carried away, talking for long periods of time. I've got a terrible headache. I'm tired. You know, it's a Sunday. Everyone is probably asleep at 10 o'clock right now. And we are actually doing this stuff. And we really appreciate your support and all the love you've been showing on social media, guys. So, yeah, man, before we get carried away, KB, do you have anything to say?
I just want to say that throughout the show that we will still be giving out the numbers to the National Suicide Line, the counseling line. So we got all of you guys.
All right, that's dope, my man. So what do you say? Do you say we just jump straight into the music?
Get into the music,
I agree, my friend. I agree.
Broken Radio.
I remember how my dark and heavy heart was sinking by the rest of the gold, and I felt the way that light fell from your eyes was so surreal. By the river, you know that the river keeps turning. Oh, you would talk to me, no reason for warning. Oh, it was so deep, yeah, I thought I could fall. I'll be yours to keep. Don't you think I need the truth? Tell me why you ain't been calling. Tell me why you waste no time. Tell me why you won't just tell me it's alright. Tell me why you ain't been calling. Tell me why you waste no time. Yeah. Tell me why you won't just tell me it's alright. Tell me why you ain't been calling. Tell me why you waste no time. Tell me why you won't just tell me it's alright. Tell me why you ain't been calling. Tell me why you waste no time. Tell me why you won't just tell me it's alright. I remember how my dark and heavy heart was drifting. How you pulled my love out. I can promise, baby, I've been falling deeper way too long. Yeah, you left me to drown and the river keeps turning. Yeah, you won't talk to me, no reason for warning. Oh, your words were deep, yeah, I thought I could fall. I'll be yours to keep. Don't you think I need the truth? Tell me why you ain't been coming. Tell me why you waste no time. Tell me why you won't just tell me it's alright. Tell me why you ain't
pretend that I know what's going on in the mind of a teenager. If you're that depressed, reach out to someone. And remember, suicide is a permanent solution to temporary problems.
Broken Radio. BRKN.
Can we talk about us like we care about us? Can we talk about us like we care about love? You say let it breathe, but this pain in my heart can't let it be. We both can agree. Tell me what is the point of not the first like the cool days. Can we talk about us like we care about us? Can we talk about us like we care about love? We can't let it be, 'cause we live in a time of make-believe. We both can agree that we're reaching the point of not the first like the cool days.
Good morning, darling. I see you falling in and out of love. Is it because you're cold and heartless, or is it all withdrawals? Forgotten how to be a part of that final scene in Casablanca. I guess the heart is like a time bomb. No white horse for you to ride on. Bygones, be bygones. My God, you're beautiful. If it was two of you, probably break the first one's heart in two, but second time's the charm. I had a dream. You lock your father's arm and mosey down the highway. I know you probably had a wild day, so you should make your way to my place, and we can talk about the things you want to talk about.
You know, I know, you know, yeah, yeah. You know, I know, you know. Not the first like the cool days. Not the first like the cool days.
Broken Radio.
Not the first like the cool days. They say that the birds
I don't know if anybody out there can relate, but like I have a hard time with life. Sometimes.
Right.
Sometimes it's great, but a lot of times for me it's really hard. And no matter how I'm feeling, like I always find myself like struggling with certain patterns of behavior. I find myself like stuck in like the same thing that keeps repeating over and over again. And I'm just like, how am I in this? And it's that moment where you're in it and then you kind of separate yourself from that situation and you look at it and you see it for what it is. And you're able to then do something about it. Like you've now broken out of that circle, that cycle. And I know that for me, when I'm inside myself, when I'm in my own head, it gets this place right here, this skull between my ears. That is a bad neighborhood, and I should not be in there alone. This is a bad place for me to be by myself. And so when I'm in that, like my whole life gets thrown off. Like if I'm in there, like I don't say nice things to myself. Like there's another Chester in there that's like wants to take me down. And so, and I find that it could be whether it's substances or whether it's behavior or whether it's like depressive stuff or whatever it is. Like if I'm not like actively like getting out of myself and being with other people, like being a dad, being a husband, being a bandmate, like being a friend, helping someone out. Like if I'm out of myself, I'm great. If I'm inside all the time, I'm horrible. I'm a mess. And so for me, it's like that was kind of where I don't like my mind right now, stacking up problems that are so unnecessary, you know? But it's the moment where it's like realizing like I drive myself nuts, like actually thinking that like all these are real problems. Like all the stuff that's going on in here is actually just, I'm doing this to myself. And regardless of whatever that thing is. And so this is that like conscious awareness of that thing. And like when you can step back and look at something, like you're actually elevating yourself consciously. Like you're enlightened at that point.
Visit www.brkn.online for more.
I've been stressing out of shit, feeling out of it. Fuck's going on? Yeah, so we been stressing out of shit, stressing, feeling out of it. It's always a fucking issue. Yeah, I stay fucking up. My girl had enough. They had like 3 kind of drinks in my cup. She told me, settle down, baby. Yeah. Settle down, baby. She want me to be like trees in the summer breeze. That'll be so neat. Just for me, do it for me, please for me, baby. That's what she said. I don't wanna move on. She been stressing out shit. Way too out of it. Fuck's going on? Yeah. Cause we been stressing out and shit. Feeling out of it. Fuck is going on? No, this ain't the liquor talking. It's a big off. We got better moves. We got shit to do. Yeah. So what's the plan, babe? If I'm the man's babe, I ain't got no excuse to be tripping on you for nothing.
I hate you, stupid motherfucker.
I hate your ass too, so do something. Stressing out shit. Stressing, feeling out of it. Fuck's going on? Yeah. We been stressing out shit. Stressing, feeling out of it.
Broken Radio. Find us on the socials at RealBRKN.
Yo, what's up, KB?
Now we back, yo.
Yeah, that's what's up, Maji.
Now we back. Jeez, stressing.
BRKN.
That's a good song, yeah.
Man, I agree. It gets you into it gets you into that vibe, which is cool, man. I'm glad this is where we at right now, man. We are close to 30 minutes in. It's like almost halfway. Are we halfway through the show?
No, the people don't care. They just enjoy the show.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? That's cool. I'm really glad people actually do that. It's really exciting. It takes a lot to be recording the Broken Radio on a Sunday at like 20 minutes to 10 minutes actually to 11 o'clock when you have work the very next day.
Nah, don't worry, guys. We're gonna get Kid by episode 10. He's gonna stop giving away our times. By episode 10, I'm gonna get him right, guys. Don't worry, get him right.
But yeah, man, it is that time of the night for us. For those of you who will be listening to this probably tomorrow morning, or those night crawlers who are listening to this at this time, we are Broken Radio, baby. I am Cat M, and I'm chilling with my best friend. It's kind of cute when I say it like that. My best friend KB.
Hey, he tried to find a best friend song that for us to play.
Yeah, it didn't work.
I said no.
Well, at least they were a bit too explicit and had nothing to do with the show.
Well, but besides that, we played R.N. Ray, Stressing. And before R.N. Ray, we had Chester Bennett speaking about where his mind was at that point. Well, where his mind is always at.
That was actually his last interview, huh?
Yeah.
That was actually his very, very last interview before he committed suicide. So it was quite interesting to hear him say those things, to be like, it is a battle. That, he feels this vibe where he's battling. He prefers to be outside of himself, because when you're thinking about your stuff and when you're internalizing everything, you dig into that hole, which is what today's topic is all about, which is depression. Yeah. So basically, episode 3, baby. We're talking about depression. It's one that's very close to home for me. It is something that I've mentioned before that I battle with. So I can give you my own experiences around this. So it was very cool hearing Chester Bennington, and just before that song, just before Chester Bennington, we played Snow Allegra, ne? Snow Allegra with a track called Nothing Burns Like the Cold, featuring Vince Staples. And then just before that, I played you a clip by Robin Williams, who also was consequently committed suicide. If you don't know who he is, he's the legendary actor. I don't want to say one of my favorite, but a comedian. There's a lot of skits out there. There's a lot of clips out there that actually show how, he speaks about depression a lot, and he speaks about death a lot in his comedy, which makes you question a lot the dark side of comedy, and which is something I think we should touch in the future.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's like the music. It's like even with the music, man, how people express themselves is almost their way of expressing a sort of escape for them as well. Definitely,
man. So that's the different thing that we said we'd do today, is actually give you the actual people who couldn't get saved, unfortunately.
That we lost a little bit earlier than we needed to.
Than we actually needed to. Honestly speaking, I feel like if what we're doing right now, this of just speaking about these issues and just letting people know that they're not alone, I think this is important work. And that's the only reason, to be completely honest, that we actually started this whole project, is because we suffer from our own stuff. I don't even want to say suffer. We live with this stuff. It's part of our daily lives. And there's many other people out there who have more severe cases, and we just want to let you know that you're not alone. Yeah. KB, those numbers, bro.
Yo, man. So I want you guys to also hit us up if you guys also just want to come hang out with us. I keep on saying this. You guys can actually also come hang out with us and also come speak your side of the story. Just hit us up on our socials, which is at @realbrkn. Just hit us up, DM us. We follow back. Yeah. But then also one of the important lines the important number lines that we also want to give out is the suicide crisis line, which is 0800 567 567. The national counseling line, which is 0861 322 322, and then the Adcock Ingram Depression and Anxiety Helpline, which is 0800 70 80 90.
Jeez, you almost bit your tongue there with that.
I almost did.
Ingram.
Yeah. Nah, I almost did. But it's cool to see a drug pharmaceutical company give that out, man.
I have my reservations. I question a lot. But look, it's still good. I think I'm just being controversial unnecessarily. And you're shaking your head.
See what you did there, buddy?
But anyway, man, these are the very same people who probably produce the very same drugs that people are prescribed to. But this is why we're going to talk about depression now, and I'm just going to let you in on a couple of facts around what depression is, and some of the symptoms. Like I said, I'll let you in on some of my personal experiences and everything I've personally felt. It's not the same for everybody. That's very important to say. No mental illness or no mental disorder. Mental health isn't experienced the same for people, if you know what I mean. Can you agree? Do you agree?
Yeah, no, 100%. Because like how I experience my depression is
Very different.
1,000% way on the other end of the coin than
Exactly.
how you experience yours.
Exactly. But anyway, depression is a common and serious medical illness that negatively affects how you feel, the way you think, and how you act. Fortunately, it is also treatable, like we mentioned, making a little bit of a controversial joke around the Adcock Ingram, whether or not they are the same guys supplying the people. It's but you get where the controversy comes from.
Keep it going.
But anyway, fortunately, it is treatable, guys. Like, you can get help. We've mentioned it many times before that we are around, and though we're not professional help, and you should get professional help. But depression causes feelings of sadness and a loss of interest in activities once enjoyed. So you might have once felt that you enjoyed something and you just stopped enjoying that. Happens all the time. I used to love acting. I'm a creative by nature. I was a very good actor, I was told. I'm not trying to blow my own horn, but I just lost interest in it. I just couldn't express myself through that platform anymore. Or not to mention the tons of other things. Today, I'm the very same guy who can't sit and watch a football game. Not apart from the fact that it just builds my anxiety. I just can't. I used to love football, and I'm not for it anymore. I prefer with weird things, what now people call it weird. Sitting in a dark room at night all alone, just thinking about your life and just writing and being creative and thinking about ideas and trying to figure out what you're going to do next to make the world a better place.
Which is dope, man. Because it's also about finding your outlet whenever you go through stuff. So we just heard Kat say his outlet is now sitting in the dark room and listening to music. Well, not listening to music, but writing out his thoughts and feelings. And what's interesting about that is I want him to talk about how he used to deal with it before, prior to that, because I think that's important.
Well, yeah, man. When something is part of your life and you didn't know that it exists, and especially at a young age. You're gonna hear a couple of other people speak about their experiences, but I don't know, man. It was very weird being so young and having these thoughts at such a young age. For me, it was weird. I just thought, nah, man. I thought I was flirting with the idea rather than actually thinking of doing it. The whole contemplating suicide thing. Those heavy thoughts when they landed on you, man, and you didn't expect them at a young age. I'm talking 14, 15.
But those things don't have an age, just to bring
it doesn't. It really doesn't have an age.
Perspective, and sometimes we self-medicate, and that's also an important thing we need to touch on here. Is that self-medicating is never a good thing.
Of course, man. I mean, depression, as right here, depression, it can lead to a variety of emotional and physical problems and can decrease a person's ability to function at work and at home. So you would think that this is just something you feel in the those late hours, or it just hits you when it no, it doesn't. It completely screws up everything, and you have to learn to live with it. That's just what I've learned. Yeah. I wasn't privileged enough to be able to visit your psychiatrist and psychologists to go and get treatment, proper treatment. I didn't know about all of these platforms, your SADEGs, all of these organizations that are really doing the work to really try and make a difference in people's lives. I didn't know about those people.
Yeah, man. I mean, I guess I'll be fortunate. I was fortunate enough to go to the counseling, the therapy, and all that type of stuff. But I went there when it was a bit too late, man. When I had soured some relationships because of I didn't understand who I was as a person, not knowing that, hey, man, it's okay to not be okay. So you push away people that care because you don't want them to go through your moods and your feelings at the time, and you don't want to seem like, you never want to seem less of yourself, man. You don't want other people to see you as flawed. Well, I personally didn't want people to see me as flawed, and now that's my call card, man. I embrace my flaws, and here we are. Yeah,
no, definitely. Well, anyway, depression symptoms can vary from mild to severe and can include feeling sad or having a depressed mood, loss of interest or pleasure in activities once enjoyed, like I mentioned before, changes in appetite, including weight loss, and or gain unrelated to dieting, which is very interesting, actually. And then you also have trouble sleeping, or you just generally sleep too much. One had it's random. It just happens. Sometimes I'm sleeping way too much. Sometimes I just, man, like the poem read, like Sabrina said earlier, where it was like, you know, you don't wanna go to bed, but the very same feeling that makes you not wanna go to bed still pulls you. It has a pull to bring you back to that very same bed, that you just want to stay there and lie there for hours and forget that life.
Oh yeah, man. Like I have those days so often, and you gotta pull yourself. You gotta pull yourself.
Only way.
You gotta pull yourself up, man. Like my brother Zaba was saying, man. You know, just knowing that there's times where you don't wanna wake up, you don't wanna leave the house, but you have to, and you gotta putting on smiles and feelings so that people can view you a certain way can also help. Well, not help, but make that problem even more. So, you know, geez, guys.
Yeah, but there's a whole lot, man. You have a loss of energy or increased fatigue. It feels like I'm reading about myself. Increase in purposeless purposeless. Look, man, you have an increase in purposeless physical activity, for example, handwriting or pacing, or you have just generally experienced slowed movements and speech. Which is one telltale sign that other people can observe to actually pick up on if someone is depressed or not. You have feelings where you feel worthless and guilty. You know, you have difficulty thinking, concentrating, or making decisions. And then, of course, you have the thoughts of death or suicide.
One of the most important things I want to also establish and elaborate on and just go in on, basically, is that, you know, I personally don't like when people play with depression and those type of things, because there are people that are really going through it, and for you to casually say it, this is why we're here, is that so that people can stop saying those things casually
and playing on. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, because once you hear someone casually say, oh, I'm depressed, you automatically feel like, I feel like whenever people say that, they're making fun of me.
It's a very tough one to judge, to be quite honest, man. It's a very tough one. But anyway, look, we'll talk about this more. We still have a lot of music coming up. We'll talk about it right after these next few songs that we're playing. Right now we have a song by a very local artist, and we'll tell you all about him when we come back.
Broken Radio.
I don't know what it is. Honestly, it's not his kissing, not his looks. It's just the way it makes me feel, you know. It's amazing, purely amazing. Ooh, Alright, baby, I need to get into it. I need to, you know, get a few things off the chest. I wanted you to love me. I know me gets difficult, but baby, I and you're not perfect. But if we do this, we can make it. Can we do this? Yes. No, I can't.
I found that with depression, one of the most important things you could realize is that you're not alone. You're not the first to go through it. You're not going to be the last to go through it. And oftentimes it happens. You feel like you're alone, and you feel like it's only you, and you're in your bubble. And I wish I had someone at that time who could just pull me aside and, hey, it's going to be okay. It'll be okay. So I wish I knew that. Just got to remember. Hold on to that fundamental quality of faith. Have faith that on the other side of your pain is something good.
Visit www.brkn.online for more.
Tryna lock my bike with you. Go on a long ride with you, vibe with you. No sleep till the money's in the mattress. Queen size. I ain't seen a face or been out of eye with that ass since. I got up in this metal bird, across the atlas. To hear these words, shout out back in all accents. Facts. I ain't out here getting more head than the stairs of the Aztec. And even now here trying to reach the masses. It's for young Ab who's cut math class to bum mathematics. He probably asking if it's adding up. As the YB. Spending minutes like I got him half price. Sitting next to jet engines. If a cash fire, then what's the word? What's the word per syllable in the verse? What's for dessert? Once I'm in the dirt. For the first time, I ain't fretting the big questions. Yeah, I just need a million seconds. I'ma be there, you give me. Even till next week, best believe. Since I lost eyes with you, yeah. I'm tryna lock my bike with you. Go on a long ride with you, vibe with you. I'ma be there, living out of suitcase, you my carry-on. When I get home, by the pussy a headstone. Ever since I locked eyes with you, I'm tryna lock my bike with you, ride with you.
I was a target. Speaking the right way, standing the right way, holding your wrist the right way. Every day was a test, and there were 1,000 ways to fail. 1,000 ways to betray yourself, to not live up to someone else's standard of what was acceptable, of what was normal. And when you failed the test, which was guaranteed, there was a price to pay. Emotional, psychological, physical. And like many of you, I paid that price. More than once, in a variety of ways. The first time I tried to kill myself, I was 15. I waited until my family went away for the weekend, and I was alone in the house, and then I swallowed a bottle of pills. I don't remember what happened over the next couple of days, but I'm pretty sure come Monday morning, I was on the bus back to school, pretending everything was fine. And when someone asked me if that was a cry for help, I say no, because I told no one. You only cry for help if you believe there's help to cry for. And I didn't. I wanted out. I wanted gone. At 15. I and me can be a lonely place, and it will only get you so far. By 2011, I'd made the decision to walk away from acting and many of the things I previously believed so important to me. And after I'd given up the scripts and the sets which I dreamed of as a child, and the resulting attention and scrutiny which I had not dreamed of as a child, the only thing I was left with was what I had when I started. I and me. And it was not enough.
Find us on the socials at Real BRKN.
I love the thought of you in the mirror, dancing to my tunes. Let me see you. Pinot touch left your lips ruby red. You're a goddess, it won't matter what you wear. She slow winding, slow motion. Sip that wine, but stay focused. Silk gown and below your shoulders. Another round, inhibitions taking over. Elegant Snapchat for the man that I am the man. But you already know this, yeah. That's why you work it for the mirror, taking pictures. You bad, sexy baby. Let me follow you. If you let me, I might fall too. You got all these other homies in your inbox. You ain't really lonely, you just like to curve niggas.
See, what you wouldn't believe is that you and me make a great team. I'm just saying, if you're keen to see, maybe you could read my mind and tap into my dreams. Different scenes play out depending how we feel. Laying in between sheets, forgetting the world. Too hard beats, skipping work just for a thrill. I'm making breakfast while you lying under that quilt. Built stallion with nothing but your hot pants on. No makeup, still you look impeccable. Even more so, your smile is impressionable. With my hands on your torso, these pecs on your cheek, it seems like it's more school. I imagine these things with you. No one else in these dreams but you. Only individual to get me see your truth. Only couple of things that you should know about to do is that I'm into you.
Elegant Snapchat for the man that I am the man. But you already know this, yeah. That's why you work it for the mirror, taking pictures. You bad, sexy baby. Let me follow you. If you let me, I might fall too. You got all these other homies in your inbox. You ain't really lonely, you just like to curve niggas. I ain't never been so gone, no. Off a petite or low bone, no. You got what I like, girl. It may be for tonight, yeah. Other homies
Yes, and that is Dan Kidda with a track called Ruby featuring who?
Ali, that dude, and Quimac.
Man, how does it actually is KY Mac, man.
Okay.
KY Mac or Kai Mac.
I think
Yo, man.
Quimac.
Look, man, if Dan Kidda, we've tagged him before on our socials
100%.
and we played him, when was it? Episode 1, right?
Episode 1.
Yeah, so if he's listening to this, hopefully he can correct us and give us the proper version. Before that, man, we played you a clip by Wentworth Miller. You guys probably know him from Prison Break. Is it the lead guy, no?
Yeah, that is the guy that he was the lead. He's also, or was also in Legends of Tomorrow, Arrow.
Oh, yes.
He was
yes.
Captain Cold.
Yes. That's what he meant when he said he gave up the scripts and the sets, acting. He's dropped all of that now to proper push this cause and support the cause of raising awareness for these issues first and foremost. And secondly, just doing good for the world. And we need more people like that, honestly speaking.
Yeah,
I feel
man.
like I might just drop everything one day and just leave it all.
That is in your character.
But now, because of the demands of the world, it kind of sucks that, you have to, like, who mentioned it earlier? Somebody mentioned, in fact, it's a clip we're going to play now, where you feel like you have to be somebody and you have to do something significant. You have this thing over your head of what it means to be a man. You've got someone you need to take care of, and there's expectations there. You've got a job. I'm hustling.
You've got life happening, man. I think that's what
It's-
you're trying to say. Like, life is happening, and sometimes you don't know how to correctly. And just by the way, guys, there is no correct way to go about life.
There is no formula.
There's no
There
formula.
is no formula.
You make it work. Our parents, everybody's parents, is kind of still making it work.
Yeah.
However they make it work. So we're here for you guys, man.
Yeah, man, and we're talking depression. Before that, though, we also played you a track by Ivan Ave with a track called
Bike Lock,
produced by Man Design. Freaking amazing. A super producer. I'm a big fan. And before that, we played you a clip by Dwayne Johnson, also known as the
Rock.
Mr. Rocky himself, not Rocky. Let me not
Mr.
say
Rocky,
that.
nah, come on.
I can't say Rocky.
Nah, don't disrespect Rocky, bro. I like Rocky. Rocky's my guy, bro.
So yeah, no, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, the original big guy. And before that, we had a song by Mr. Mafikeng Kid, up and coming, calls himself an electro pop artist, a pop soul.
His name is Catch.
A pop soul artist from Mafikeng in South Africa. And his name is Catch. I don't know what the X's are. What are the X's after that?
Yeah, man. I think they might be Time. I think they look like Time.
This cool kid vibe, man, with putting Roman numerals. It might. What is that? What is that in Roman? What is XXII?
I don't. One X is what, 10?
One X is 10.
And then two X's.
I don't
20.
know. I don't know, boy.
But anyway, the name of that song was Bubblegum Sky.
Could it be 22?
Maybe. Was he born in like 22? Like, is that?
I don't know, man. But yeah, you're right. The name of the song is Bubblegum Sky, featuring Kalo.
Mm-hmm.
So that's local music, proudly local music right here on BRKN. We are the Broken Company. I'm Kat M and I'm chilling with KB. And we are all about raising awareness for or of mental health. And through mediums of popular culture. This particular platform, Broken Radio, is the musical side of things. We're going to be pushing fashion. We're going to be pushing art. We're going to be pushing, what else? Photography and film, the whole shebang, We'll be dealing with a whole lot of issues, and we're going to put on a lot of artists and expose a lot of local artists in South Africa, because that's where we're broadcasting from right now. One day we will go all over the world.
We are going to.
The dreams are going there. But right now we're talking depression as the topic of episode 3. So please do follow us on our socials. It is at Real Broken all over the place. And visit www.brkn.online
there we go.
To get more info. So right now we're talking depression. And KB, can you let us know about basically where people can go to actually go get help? Apart from the numbers, you must shout that out too, please.
Yeah, I was about to give the numbers out, man. So the suicide crisis line is 0800 567 567. The national crisis line is 0861 322 322. And the Adcock Ingram Depression and Anxiety Helpline is 0800 70 80 90.
Get your help, ladies and gentlemen. If you need professional help, it's there. We can only do so much. We're probably just a platform This could be therapeutic to a certain extent, and yes, we're a community of support, but we're by no means a counseling platform, and we're by no means qualified to give you the professional help you need. So, man, there's a lot of ways of dealing with depression. We spoke about it. We spoke about how I deal with it, just touching on it. To just let you in on a couple of things, man. Like, it's something that's so weird to speak about. And as I'm reading through all of the stuff, I'm starting to realize a whole lot more. My partner in life is one person who I had to read up a lot. It affects you so much because, you know, when you have to teach someone else about something so that they can make sense of your behavior, you know. And please, guys, it's very important that we say that do not use mental health as an excuse. There is no excuse. Yes, you can have whatever it is you're going through, but it is by no means an excuse to do fucked up shit.
Yeah.
You know, you can't go around. There's guys who do that. There's guys who go around freaking committing adultery, infidelity, and blame it on their state of mind, which I don't think that's okay. There are people who really, this affects them. Stop using it as your scapegoat. Stop using it as an excuse. You know, people are genuinely trying to learn more about this. And this is what we're trying to do right now. And if you're a person who's living with depression, there are ways to get help. And sometimes you don't need to get that medication. I don't want to say stay far away from it. That's a choice you need to make. I for one, I'm not supportive of medication. I don't want to put anything in my body that will alter my chemistry. I will go through what I go through. Clearly, this is how I am and this is how I am designed. They say depression can be hereditary.
Yeah,
you know?
man. But I mean, the most important thing, I think what you're trying to say is don't let it define you.
Yeah, well, it's very tough to say that because, to be quite honest, my creativity comes as a result of me sinking deep into those dark thoughts.
But it doesn't define you.
It doesn't. Okay, you have a point by saying it doesn't define me. I agree.
It doesn't define you.
But
it's a part of you, yes.
It has contributed to all that I am.
Yes, but does it define you?
No, I can't say it defines me. You don't ask what do you know about Cat? No, he's a depressed guy. No, that's if that's what you mean by definition. Yeah. No, I'm not. I parade myself as a very, very important. I parade myself as a very happy individual. You know, I parade myself and I go through life. Normally, no one knows what I go through. No one will know what I go through because I don't speak about it. You know, so how then?
Yo, man. So there is obviously you got to if you don't want to find help via therapy or whatever the case is.
There is self-help and coping.
There's self-help and coping, man. So you know, sometimes we help each other. Self-help for me sometimes can just be you speaking to someone you trust who can help you through it. And by help doesn't necessarily mean they give you advice. Yeah. But by help means just lend an ear.
That's it. And is that not what we're trying to do here?
That's our type of help that we're here for, is just lending an ear. I mean, if you guys are going through stuff and you guys need to speak to someone, we can put you through to those right people that you need to speak to, man.
Definitely.
100%.
So there are other ways. There are a number of things people can do to actually reduce symptoms of depression. For many people, regular exercise helps to create positive feeling and improve the mood, basically. Getting enough quality sleep on a regular basis, eating healthy diet and avoiding alcohol can also help reduce.
I got rid of that.
You got rid of that. For me, myself, man, I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird, like I said, it's a blessing and a curse. You know, it's a blessing because I'm able to feel things that I'm not able to feel on a regular basis. And sometimes, you know, when I'm out drinking, it's fun then until you go home. And then, like, you know, you still got this in your system and then life just hits you. I remember one New Year's where we were supposed to be out with friends and they went to this event and we were all obviously having fun and everyone was super drunk. And I had it in my system and I decided to catch a cab back home. I spent that New Year's by myself. I think it was 2013. You know, I spent it in a dark apartment. It just happened to have no electricity. It was a very depressive night, man. But in that day was a really hardcore day for me. Going into an entire year feeling like that, it fucked me up. And I'd love to. I don't drink as much as we did back in the day.
Yeah.
But I mean, right now, you guys used to call me the tank.
You were a tank of sorts. You were the short tank of the group.
No, it's not so much. It's more social and casual drinking.
Yeah.
But it is a depressant, and it's very important to let people know that, guys, yeah, it's fun to go out drinking, man. But if you have it in your alcohol, it actually is a depressant. It will kick you to the
So
ground.
long as you don't drink for the wrong reasons and not used to drink for the wrong reasons. That's also why it's like I advocate, because when I used to drink, man, I'd even feel like it led to a lot of I already had suicidal thoughts, but it amplified them even more. So I think there's a special someone that you guys are gonna hear speak just now, and his message is basically what we're trying to relay. So I think Catman, take it away from me, bro.
Definitely, man. We have a clip here by Ab-Soul sending a message out to anyone considering suicide. So if that's your vibe, and I don't want to say if that's your vibe, it's not okay. It's not the right way to say it. But if that's where you are and that's how you're feeling, yo, man, there is help. KB, can you just for the last time just drop that suicide crisis line?
Okay, cool. So the suicide crisis line is 0800 567 567. And the depression and anxiety helpline is 0800 70 80 90.
So this is what Ab-Soul has to say.
I don't care what you gonna do, man. I don't care what you think you're gonna do. You think you're gonna die and leave the earth or something like that, bro? We still gonna keep you alive down here, man. You got people that love you down here, whether you think so or not. And we gonna keep you alive. So you might as well do whatever it is you here to do. You're not here to off yourself. That is a complete waste of birth, don't you think? It's a complete waste of birth. You are not here to take yourself out. You're here to figure out what it is you're here to do. And whether or not you think that's gonna take your problems away or anything like that, you're gonna harm somebody else severely. Somebody, whether it be your mother, your best friend, your boyfriend, your future husband. Y'all know, so I'm just saying. Right, no, for sure. So, you know what I mean? Don't play like that. Don't play like that, and do what you're here. Use your intuition. Exercise that intuition. Go out on the risk. Go out on the limb. It's not supposed to be easy here. It's not supposed to be easy here. How fun would that be? You know what I'm saying? How much would you learn that way? And if everything was just so easy, and, So when it feels like hell, that means it's heaven around the corner. And I live by that. So you guys stay woke, fam.
Stay woke, fam, as Ab-Soul says.
I think I've never shared this with people. I've never even shared it with you. But like there's a couple of people in my life that have saved me. The way Ab-Soul says. Because when he says we're here to save you, there's like you've been that person for me, like real talk, where you've saved me. So we need to see how we watch what we say to people, man. Just always be there for people. So before the LG start acting up,
don't sober me, my friend.
Oh yeah, that's what we're here for, bro.
But yeah, man, it is that time. It is the end of the show. We've spoken about depression. I can go on forever talking about this thing, man. It's weird because I've learned to control it. Can I say it has become my muse?
I get it.
I've learned. I've not. Let me correct myself. I didn't learn to control it. I've just learned to accept that it's there
and channel it. I guess.
And channel it and understand that it's not real.
Not real?
It's not real, man. How I deal with it is that I tell myself that yes, my mind. I tell myself this. I tell myself that I am so smart. I am so great that my mind just has this thing in it to slow me down just a little bit. That's just I just find a positive way to look at it. To just say like, Kat, you're just so intelligent. You're so amazing that this is the universe giving you this thing to just slow you down a little bit. Make you focus on something else that's a little bit fun. I just try to look at it differently. I don't want. I'm tired of the suicidal thoughts, man. I'm tired of this monkey on my back holding me down. It will forever be there. I've learned to live with it, man. You know, when you have something wrong with you on your body, you learn to live with that thing, and no matter how hard it is. Robin Williams made a joke. He's like, living with depression. I must play that clip for you actually next time. He's like, living with mental illness is not the same. That thing I mentioned to you. Yeah. It's like, yes, there are some who have it rough and there's some who have it lightly, but
you have it.
You have it. You have it. He made a little bit of a dirty analogy around it, saying it's like giving a lap dance, being a paraplegic, giving a lap dance. You know, yes, it might not be so great, but it's still a lap dance at the end of the day.
For sure.
It was dumb.
Yeah, nah.
It was not the right.
Let's move right past that one. Moving right past that one.
You get what I mean.
I'm just glad that we've started this initiative, man. We're here to help each other and help everybody else. So, you know, here we are. We put it out, and you know. Let me just tell these numbers. Let me speak these numbers once more time.
Please tell, but look, it's South African numbers. That's very important. We do have an international audience now. Shout out.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, we're seeing the statistics, guys. On SoundCloud, people are showing love from all the way from Germany. We have people showing love from the US. Yo, man, we really appreciative. You know, we really are appreciative. We cannot express the love.
Yeah, no, 100%. So before we go, the suicide line is 0800 567 567, and the national crisis line is 0861 322 322, and the depression and anxiety helpline is 0800 70 80 90.
Brought to you by Adcock, obviously that last one, because they're the guys who are probably sponsoring that. So respect to them. You know, anyone who's contributing to helping other people is someone worth our respect, to be 100%. So, guys, it's the end of the show. It's never ever nice doing this.
Yeah.
But we're looking forward to the next show. There's a whole lot of stuff we've got lined up. A lot of beautiful topics. A lot of insightful stuff. You know, so please stay tuned. Please do support us on the socials. Please do support us all in all. And guys, we need to let you guys know, artists, please send us your stuff. Let us, you know, if you've seen us on social media, we drive promos, man. We put you guys on. But anyway, guys, it is the end of the show. We need to wrap this up.
We're closing out. We're closing out with my song.
Your pick.
This is my pick for the week, and it's called Closer. And I hope by the end of this entire discussion, the reason why I picked the song is because I hope it brought us closer to our dreams, which is whatever your dream is, and our dream as the Broken Company is for you guys just to live on and be prosperous. So it's Closer by Drake and Andrea Mills.
Did you forget the song?
No, I wanted it to be Gaupeli.
Anyway, guys, it's been great. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you next time. From me, Kat.
And me, KB.
It's a good night, goodbye, good day, wherever you are, and we love you.
Shout out to
BRKN.
I remember me and D used to talk about this kind of stuff all the time.
We used to talk about this stuff all the time.
KB, let's go. Goodbye.
With all my friends. Yeah, for all of you.
Episode 3 done.
Mr. Big Dreams, no tolerance. Cut you at the house and have a holler sense. Get bored quickly. He stayed grown, so the PH-tron had to get poured quickly. Ex-girl stripping, I can't stop her. New girl tripping, but I can't drop her. Cause I need something to balance out the fact that it's hard to find a woman when you talented and black. When you hollering at labels and they silencing you back. Cause you fail to thoroughly discuss some violence in your track. Well, gunshot for the young yacht owner. See, there's everybody else, then there's one top loner. First place is often the worst place, but fuck it, I love it here. I call it my birthplace. Whenever I walk in, they making the worst face. Surrounded by Filipinos, I think of the worst case. Watch blue and green diamonds, I call it the earth face. I'm getting your cake, I'll tell you how your dessert tastes. I get a dessert plate, y'all eat pedigree as your meal. I've been Urkel for some years, it's better being Jaleel. No, I rock lean snap, it's better being Israel. It's better driving the car with the letter B in the wheel seat back. Like saying tank on E, I got the drink on me. You better bank on me to be the one and only nigga that you ain't gon' see. In the club with a model spilling drinks on me. Nah, give me 20 in a tank on 3. I'm in the range bumping Keisha Cole singing off key like I'ma spare y'all, why you wanna judge me? I don't ever compare y'all. The city is mine, I know it because I'm near y'all. And it even
even started. I'm really trying to prepare y'all. Spring 07, second quarter, I'm dropping. With or without a label, man, I'm committed to popping. And take over the summer, tour to tour hopping. I'ma meet a lot of women, I'ma do a lot of shopping. Really no other option. Spend a lot of money just to make it back. Anybody I dissed in a song, I don't take it back. Same rappers that's holding your face saying Drake is whack. Or checking my availability just to make a track. I promise, mama, I'ma do it, cause I know I put you through it.
I know I put you through it, baby.
And I just want you to sit around with your friends at a dinner table and say my baby's famous, and I knew it. Yeah. And there wasn't nothing to it. I've drawn it and drew it till the pen was out of fluid. The ballpoint run out and all joints come out. Classic rappers are fake, we can all point one out. Yeah. Like to introduce you to the first lady of the ATF.
Closer to my dreams.
Andrina Miller.
I'm getting higher. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I feel it in my sleep.
Sing it to him, baby.
I said I'm getting higher. Yeah. And closer to my dreams.
Feels so
Whoa,
good.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Sometimes it
Feel like I gotta reflect.
like I'll never
It's been crazy, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
closer to my dreams.
Visit www.brkn.online for more.